Come take a break with me. Whether you are studying, working, or in the middle of a big task and need a mental and physical refresh, we can get started for this short sequence. You don't even need a mat. You can just stand wherever you are. Bring your spine straight, crown of the head reaches up towards the sky, shoulders over the hips. Maybe the feet are about hip distance apart or a little bit wider. We can start to find gentle movement. Maybe you just want to sway back and forth, or maybe we start shaking through the hands, finding a bounce in the body. Maybe we incorporate a turn side to side. Just kind of shake up the energy a little bit, whether you've been sitting or doing something for long periods of time. Just try to move the body. Continue to breathe. So inhale through the nose, exhale out the nose or the mouth. 2 more breaths here, whatever you're doing. And then find stillness, slow down, just bring the hands to your side. Take a moment to pause, notice how you're feeling, notice your breath. Take a big inhale in through the nose, exhale, sigh it out the mouth, and then we'll stay standing and begin to roll the head in one direction. I encourage you to do this very slowly. You can make the circles as big as small or as small as you would like. Make sure to switch directions and circle the head the opposite way. Come back through center, and we're just going to begin to shrug the shoulders up towards the ears as you inhale, and then exhale, roll them back, slide them down the body. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up towards the ears, and then exhale, drop them down behind you. Let's do this a few times. Again, make this movement as big or as small as you would like. As you can see, I'm incorporating the legs and the entirety of the spine with this movement. And then switch directions and drop the shoulders forward. Maybe the body begins to roll a little bit. And then come back up to stand, lift the hands up towards the sky, interlace the fingers overhead, and then just flip the palms so they're facing out and upwards. So stretch through the body, lengthen through the arms and the crown of the head on an inhale. And as you exhale, tilt over to the left side, feeling a really nice stretch through the right side of the body. Keep the shoulders stacked here. Maybe we look up towards the ceiling. We want our chest open. We don't want to be caving inward. One more breath here. And as you inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, lean over to the other side to stretch through the left side of the body. Inhale, come back through center. As you exhale, cactus through the arms, open the shoulders wide. We're gonna drop the hands, the fingertips on top of the shoulders. Again, elbows are wide, and as we continue to breathe, we're just gonna circle our elbows in towards each other. They might kiss or just come towards the same direction. They're gonna continue to move upward and circle out, bringing the elbows wide once more. So doing this a few times. On your next inhale, reverse the direction. So swing the elbows out, around, and in, bringing them down to repeat. On your next inhale, bring the arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, cactus the arms once more, but this time continue to hinge from the hips and fold forward into a fold. Maybe we bend through one knee and then the other. I'm just gonna turn so you can see a little bit better. To walk through the legs.
And again, your feet should be about hip distance apart. Let's lift up halfway to create a flat back. As we inhale, find length through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, we're going to take our two-piece fingers and wrap them around our big toes and continue to fold forward from the hips, pulling your chest closer in towards your legs. Your elbows are coming out wide. Padangusthasana, and you're pulling yourself forward, but try to keep the shoulders from really bunching up towards the ears. We want to find space here still as we fold a little bit deeper. Take a few breaths here, or if you would like to go into Padahastasana, lift up just so you can lift the toes and place the palms of the hands underneath the feet. So the toes are kind of in that crease where your wrist meets your hand. And then again, continue to fold forward, shoulders away from the ears, hinging from the hips. You're bringing your chin and your chest closer to your shins. Take a few breaths here wherever you are. If both of these were too much, just fold forward normally without the hands connected to the feet. And then slowly begin to lift up to gently release the hands from underneath the feet or around the toes. Slight bend in the knees here. We're going to come up to stand, pressing through the legs, unraveling the body, lifting the arms up towards the sky, finding length in the belly here. As we exhale, we're going to blow the air out of our mouth sharply and swing the arms down and behind us. And then we're going to come back up to stand. Use your power to lift back up on an inhale, and then exhale, throw the hands down and behind you. We'll repeat this a few times. Really bending through the legs here as you exhale. And then using the legs to really press our bodies up as we inhale. Let's do 3 more times. And this time we're going to lower the hands down, come up to stand, bring the hands up, and then we're going to sink our bodies down into chair. So I'm going to move up. Just so you can see, I'm going to keep the feet apart or together, whichever is comfortable to you. And then you're going to bend through the knees. The hips are going to come over the heels. And we're just going to come into this squat position. You should be able to see your toes. Check to make sure. And then from here, we're going to lift the right foot and step it back into a high lunge. So try to keep those hips square. Maybe the right one pushes forward, the left one pulls back. And then breathe here. If you need to bend that back leg to get your center underneath you before you stretch it back out. Take a few breaths here. And then bring your attention to your left foot. We're gonna really press down through the big toe mound and the heel of the left foot. Start to shift forward so you put the weight of your body in your left foot. And we're gonna come to stand, lifting this right leg into the chest, straighten through that left leg, and then pull the right knee in towards the chest here. We can pause here, work here balancing. Or we can begin to slide the right hand down to the ankle. If you lose your balance, that's fine, just get back into it. We're gonna bring the knees together and pull that right heel in towards the butt. You should feel a nice stretch through the front of the right quad, in that hip crease. Try to keep the spine straight so you're not just dumping into the posture to find your balance. You should engage the core, chest and shoulders are lifted. The hand can be on the hip, even on a wall next to you if you need so. Let's take a few more breaths here.
And then we're slowly going to release the foot, plant the right foot next to the left, sink back down into your chair pose, take a full round of breath here. And then we're going to lift up the left foot, step that foot back into high lunge, and pause here. Take a few rounds of breath. Really ground down through that right foot now. Bring the weight of your body into the right leg, and then come forward, straightening through the right leg, bringing the left knee into the chest to squeeze. And then we're gonna grab hold of that left ankle, bring the left knee next to the right, and then stretch through the left quad here, pulling the left heel in towards the buttocks. Again, make sure your tailbone isn't sticking out. We want to keep the spine in one straight line here, feeling the stretch in the front of the body. 2 more breaths. And then slowly release the foot to stand. Maybe you find some movement like we did when we began. Maybe you sway side to side. Maybe you begin to close the eyes down, bring one hand to the heart space, one to the belly. You can continue with this sway or find stillness. And let's just take one last moment to ourselves before you move back on to whatever it is you have ahead of you, whether it be work, whether you have a big study session. Let's just take one more second to pause. Notice how you feel right now. Notice the quality of your breath. Notice any sensation in the body, any energy that has been awakened. Let's take 3 really full rounds of breath here to wrap up our practice. And I will leave you here. Thanks for joining me. I hope this helped reset your day, give you a little midday refresh if you were needing it. And I will see you guys soon.